Distinguishing between authors who have ideas to communicate and consumers who view and use this information, we propose a framework that allows authors to create coded artifacts that allow consumers to generate personalized, time-based displays in their own visual context. If an author wants to show others how to use a coffee maker, he first places a reference QR code on the object and takes an image of the scene. Then, using our authoring interface, he encodes the instructional process through different animation schemes and generates a QR code containing the animation information. Finally, he replaces the reference QR code with the new code, completing the authoring process. Now a consumer wants to know how to use the coffee maker. She opens our mobile application and registers the scene. The animation is decoded on the fly to instruct her on using the coffee maker in her own visual context, which is different from the author's environment. Without accessing the internet or flipping through booklets, she is able to use the information by viewing a personalized animation and have coffee. Our framework is able to provide personalized animations without network reliance by encoding a minimal amount of animation information. This is particularly useful in areas without network access or when users do not wish to give away their personal location data. As personal data becomes more valuable in today's world, desire to maintain privacy is also increasing. For example, at the airport, an international traveler may wonder how to find the connecting flight. The traveler may not have internet access in the new country or simply doesn't want a third-party application to know his whereabouts. In this case, the decoded animation can show him how to navigate through the airport without network reliance and protect his privacy at the same time. We have 5 scenes in this user study. For each scene, you will first use the mobile application to capture the scene and view the animation on the phone. Then you will try to recreate the same animation on a computer using the authoring interface. Here, we explain the process of our user study with a test scene. Say you want to make a house from these shapes. For the first part of the user study, open the application and direct the phone to the scene containing the QR code. You will see 4 green dots and 4 red circles. Align the green dots with the red circles. Once they're aligned, an animation will be decoded. You can see that the color of the larger rectangle changes, the smaller rectangle rotates and moves to create a door, and the triangle is warped to become a roof. Finally, you can see an annotation that says this is a house. You will answer questions regarding how hard the alignment process is and how well you understand what is being conveyed in the animation. For the second part of the study, you will try to recreate the same animation using the authoring interface. Open the interface and select the corresponding scene. An image will show up on the screen. First, you can move the sliders below the image to get the best segments. You can change the size of the segments using the left slider and how regular the shapes of the segments are using the right slider. When you see that the objects you wish to animate are nicely segmented out, click Save Parameters. After you save the parameters, you're able to select segments by clicking. Selected segments are highlighted in red. Before you choose an animation type, you can use the slider in the upper right to change the duration of the current frame. The larger rectangle is selected. Now you can choose from one of the 4 animation types. Click Color to change its color. By using the slider, the color changes from red to green. Add the first frame to the animation by clicking Add Frame. A thumbnail will appear in the timeline at the bottom. Then select the smaller rectangle and click Move Object. You can first rotate it by pressing Q for counterclockwise or E for clockwise. Don't worry about the black holes, which will be taken care of in the final video. After you're satisfied, click Add Frame. You can also move the smaller rectangle to overlap the larger one. Select the segment, click Move Object, and then drag the segment. Click Add Frame. If you decide you're not happy with the door's position, you can click Undo Frame. The timeline will be updated to the previous frame. Here, we undo this frame and move the door to a different place. Finally, warp the triangle to make it a roof. Select the segment and click Warp Object. You will see 4 green points first. Move them to the corners of or inside the object. Press W and you'll see 4 purple points. Move them around to change the shape of the object. Now make an annotation. Select all the segments you would like to include, click Annotation, and type in your text. As usual, click Add Frame to add this frame to the timeline. When all of your frames are complete, click Finish to see the resulting animation in video. You will answer questions regarding how hard you find it to create the animations, and also rate and comment on different components in the interface. Now you can familiarize yourself with the interface using the test scene. Let us know if you have any questions. Once you're ready, we can proceed to the first scene.